Hey friends, it's Christy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a plan a card with me video. So this is a video series that I started quite some time ago and was kind of doing pretty regularly, but have taken a long break from. I don't think I've done one yet this year, so we're now in July of 2025, so it's been a good long time since my last one, but I'm on a super time crunch this week, which I'll get into more as the video progresses, but I just thought I would go ahead and film my process for you guys of how I come up with a card concept. So today's video is going to be centered around a particular stamp set as I am getting ready to destash a good portion of my craft supplies. I have been feeling a little bit nostalgic for some of my older sets because there's a good chance that I'm going to be parting with them, and I just want to get one more card out of them before that happens. And so the stamp set in particular that I keep looking back at is the Mama Elephant Ella and Friends. This is a really, really old one. I know that I made a card with this stamp set, or maybe several cards even, back at my old house, which means it had to have been at least 10 or 11 years ago. So I think I was even coloring with Spectrum Noirs back then. So it was a really, really, really long time ago. And every time I flip through my Mama Elephant stamp sets, I kind of pause on this one and think, I really should make another card with that someday. And I just never seem to get around to it. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to come up with a card concept based around this beautiful image here of this large elephant. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a piece of white cardstock that is the same size as a standard A2 size card. And I am going to start laying out some images and figuring out what kind of card I'm going to create. All right, so I've got my card base here, or it's just like in place of a card base. Just helps me kind of lay out my images and figure out the arrangement. I'm going to go ahead and grab this stamp set out. Goodness, I haven't used it in so long, it got stuck in there. And I am going to take out this large elephant. And I have no ideas beyond that, so I'm just going to stick her right in the middle somewhere. And then see what else I might want to use here. I could make this a birthday card. I always need birthday cards. There's a little birthday hat in this stamp set. That could be cute. Could put that on top of her head. But I feel like she needs to be holding something. I don't really want to do the bubble theme that's in this set. There is the tiny umbrella, but I don't know if I'm feeling that. It'd be nice to maybe give her a present to hold. So I'm going to flip through my other Mama Elephant stamp sets really quick and see if I have a present that suits the style of this illustration. So hang on one sec. Alright, so I actually found 3 different possibilities. So if I want to go with the present, I can use this Cozy Christmas stamp set. There's a gift here and a gift here. Either of those would work. This is a very similar style. I think it's the same illustrator as this Ella and Friends, so I could use that. And then I also have this Carried Away stamp set with this large balloon. That could be fun. Although I think it might be too large on this card. It's going to maybe take up too much space, but we could see that. And then the other option would be the Up and Away stamp set, which is one of my all-time Mama Elephant favorites. And I could either do this larger umbrella, or I could do this large balloon cluster. I think either of those could be really cute. So let's see. Let's try it with the gift first. So if we went with the gift, I think I would do this one here. Let's see. Add that to the top of the trunk. I actually think that looks really cute. and I like how much space this is taking up on the card. Like I said, I think this large balloon, even though it's really cute, would almost take up too much space. And I apologize if you can hear any creaking. My desk chair is very noisy. I recently got a new desk chair after that whole neck issue, and I don't know if this one is honestly any better. But anyway, yeah, I think this balloon would just take up too much space the way that I want to format this card, because I'd like to put a sentiment down here, and I feel like that would just push the elephant too far down. So I think this is not going to be an option for this card today. We could also try the balloon cluster. Let's see how that looks actually and see if that's any better. So let's move this, and actually this might be the same kind of issue. It's going to force me to put this elephant like far down, and it does look cute, but I don't know, I liked the gift better. So that's the direction I'm going to go in. So let's put that back. Set that aside. Go back to our gift. I want that a little bit higher on the card. I think that's really cute. Very simple but cute. And honestly, I don't mind doing some simple cards right now because, like I said, I just have a lot going on. My son, who lives out in LA, is flying in tomorrow. I actually have to drive a couple of hours tomorrow to go pick him up from the airport. And then he's going to be here visiting for 3 weeks. I'm just testing out with this little mouse here. I think that little mouse is adorable. That could be really cute. Should we have that mouse sitting on something? Maybe I could use this other gift as well. Let's try that. Let's see if that gives him like a little something to sit on. That could be cute. I'm not sure though. I really liked how the mouse looked much smaller scale when it was just on the ground. So I don't know. I actually think I like it a little bit better without, which is kind of bizarre to me because normally I like to have a nice full scene, but for some reason I'm feeling simple. And like I said, maybe that's because my son is going to be here. He's only going to be here for 3 weeks. I haven't seen him in over 6 months, and it'll probably be at least that long before I see him again. And I just want to be able to spend as much time with him while he's here as possible. I'm going to take this birthday sentiment and test that out. And so if that means doing more simple videos, as much as I love creating content for you guys, and I'm definitely not going to miss any content, not that I can foresee anyway, you know, if I can make shorter videos and take a little bit of that time to spend with him, that would be great, especially since you guys know I have 3 jobs now and I am just always working, always working. I don't ever take days off anymore. I'm actually liking how this is looking. I want to see what dies I'd like to use to kind of frame this up. So I'm going to go ahead and flip through some dies and see what I'd like to use. Alright, so once again I have a couple of options. I could use the BRB arches. That could be a fun look, something different. I also have the flirty scallop frames, which I absolutely love. Those could be fun. And then I have the Pika frames that have some different little sizes that I could use. So let's go ahead and let's try the flirty scallop frames first. I've only had these for a short while and it'd be nice to use them again. So that is actually almost a perfect fit right in there. So that could definitely be a good option. Let's try one of the arches. Let's see if I like that any better. Let's try try this size. That's too small. Let's go one up. Okay, that one could work. I think it's going to be one of these two, because actually as I'm looking at these Pica frames, I think this one here is too small. And this one here is a little bit too large for what I want. I want something that's a little bit more compact so that I have room to use some pattern paper. Since I have a more simple card layout for the focal panel, I want to be able to add some interest with some pattern paper. So I'm thinking one of these two, but which is it going to be? Let's go back to this one and see. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling this one. Just feels a little bit more festive with the scallop. It looks a little bit more whimsical and fun as opposed to the arches, which I love the arches as well. But I just feel like this is the way to go. So I think this is going to be what I'm going to use. So I can set these aside. So next is going to be just stamping out these images really quick so I have those ready to color, and then I will choose a pattern paper pad. So hang tight. All right, so I have added another piece of white cardstock to my MISTI so I can stamp out my images. I'm going to put my sentiment back on the sheet because I don't need to stamp that out yet. That will come later. And then I'm just going to grab my little elephant and separate out these images. Get the little mouse in here as well. There we go, got those arranged. And then I will close the door of my MISTI to pick those up. All right, and then I'm just going to go ahead and stamp these out, and I'll be right back to show you some pattern paper options. All right, so I've got my images stamped out there, ready to go. I'm just going to grab my stamps and put them back on the stamp sheet. I've just cleaned them off with my stamp chamois, so they are good to go. And the other thing that is giving me a time crunch is because my youngest son is just about to get home from work, and so he'll be coming in any second here, and so I'm just trying to hurry. This is actually my second video of the day. I'm doubling up, and then after this I have to do some additional work for my third job, so I'm just really struggling to keep up with everything lately. I don't know, I'm just having a hard time balancing everything. I'm just doing too many things, and you know, I'm not sure which ball to let drop, so I'm still just trying to do everything, but it's getting trickier and trickier. But anyway, all right, so we've got our two stamp sets and we've got our dies. So we need some pattern paper, so something that I'm going to die cut with this frame here, something that would be festive. So let me just see what I could use. So I could use something like the That's My Girl 6x6 pad. I haven't bought any new paper pads in a little while, not since early spring. I've looked at them a few times, but nothing has really been catching my eye lately that has been coming out. I don't know what's going on. I could do something maybe with the plaid. I don't know. I don't think I'm feeling that. Bows. Nah, not really feeling that one. What else do we have? I'd like something with maybe some polka dots, or I could use this one. This one I was saving to do a video, like breaking down the entire paper pad and trying to make as many cards as possible. And then that whole neck injury happened, and I just wasn't able to do it, and now spring is over, so I'm not really sure what to do about that. I was working on that video and had some images colored for it, but I never got enough of them done before that happened, and so I don't even know what to do about that video anymore, if it's even any point. I could use that polka dot. The polka dot looks festive, and polka dots always remind me of confetti, so that could be something good. Or I do have one birthday pad, but it is older. Let's see. So this is the one I'm talking about. It's a Simple Stories Celebrate 6x8 pad. This one came out maybe, I want to say 2 years ago. So it's probably not even on the market anymore, but I do really love the color palette, and it is kind of the imagery that I was hoping for. Let's take a look here. Something like this could be fun with that flirty scallop frame. What else is there? Or the large polka dot. The large polka dot could be really interesting. I do like that. Or there's this polka dot. I really like that navy blue background too. So this one actually has the most options. So I think I'm going to go with this paper pad. So I'm not sure which paper I'm going to choose for it. I'll probably have to decide in the moment. Sometimes that's a little bit hard to know, but I do think I will still decide what kind of background I want to do. I don't think I want the background to also be pattern paper. I think I maybe would do like a watercolor wash background behind these images inside that frame. That's a really quick and easy background that is also very effective, I feel like. It's something that I always enjoy. So I think I'm going to do a watercolor wash background for this. And the blues in this paper pad seem to be more of a true blue. There is a little bit of aqua in there, but it's more of a secondary shade. Well, I guess it depends which paper I go with, because this one does have some more of that greenish aqua in there. But I think I'm going to go with some tumbled glass. I think tumbled glass is going to be a good one to use for the background. So it's a pretty good match for that pattern paper pad. And then I don't know if I'll add any ground to it or just kind of do more of a watercolor wash towards the sky portion and then just let it kind of fade to white at the ground. I guess I'll kind of see that in the moment as well. But anyway, I think that is a good jumping off point. So at least now I have a video idea, which is more than I had when I started this video. So I hope that that was helpful to kind of see my process and how I think through a card design, especially maybe a more simple card design, because that's not typically what I do. So hopefully there was a little bit of helpful content in this video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will film the completion of this card in another video. So this video will go up on a Monday and the completion video will be on Friday. So stay tuned if you'd like to see how this card turns out. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you soon in the next. Bye-bye.